The idea of banning football seems a little extreme, or perhaps one could say ridiculous, given our title for this week's video, which could become a series actually. Anyway, the times that football have been banned in England actually have more reason behind them than one would at first think. Football was originally banned by Edward II in 1314, but not too much attention was paid to this law, as it seems football did indeed continue, perhaps owing to Edward II's bad reputation as king. Edward III, however, also banned football, and it seems to have been very slightly more effective in making sure the English masses weren't participating in this most ungodly act. But why were English kings so determined to ban football? It wouldn't stop with Edward III, many subsequent kings would look to ban football. The reason was simple: archery. Edward III in particular, with the beginning of the 100 Years' War and the Black Death wiping out an alarmingly large population of Europe, was concerned that England would not be able to field enough archers. At the time, a massive strength that England had as a military nation was that pretty much every man in the country knew how to shoot a longbow. And when I say knew how to shoot, I mean most of the country would be far more accurate and efficient at shooting a longbow than probably anyone today. Their accuracy, range and rate of fire was formidable on the battlefield, and helped win incredibly important battles during the 100 Years' War, like Crécy, Poitiers and Agincourt. In addition, having a population that had the physical strength and skill to wield a longbow to the extent that they did, gives England a fully trained for war male population, ready to fight off any invaders, and also increases the overall fitness and physical capability of the nation. So you can see why the country's leaders didn't want the population to be distracted by football. It's worth noting that football wasn't quite what it is today. There weren't that many rules, and there were a few more players. Few, of course, being a massive understatement. The matches could see thousands play at a time. And it wasn't to kick around a lovely round football into the opponent's goal a few metres away. It was to kick a blown up bladder into the church of your opponent, the neighbouring village. Violence and serious injury were commonplace, and even death was possible. As for the successes of the many football banning laws, it's thought that they were mostly ignored, although it does seem to have had an effect on people as being considered an act of those in the lowest of society. Football is mentioned a couple of times in Shakespeare's plays in the early 17th century. For example, Shakespeare's King Lear, first performed in 1606, had the Earl of Kent call Oswald a base football player as an insult. Anyway, thanks for watching this week's video. Bit of a short one, but I think I'm going to be tight on time this week, so let me know if you think ridiculous laws should become some sort of series that I do if I'm ever particularly busy during the week, as I've got a great book on them. Also, feel free to put any ridiculous laws you know of in the comments. I will probably be sticking to British laws, but other countries are welcome. In the meantime, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and feel free to subscribe if you want to see more content from us.